All right, what is going on, YouTube? Happy Thursday. We've got some Thursday night football. We've got an 8-game NBA slate. We're going to cover all that like we normally do. But before we do that, guys, subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. We just crossed 600. Thank you to everybody that has subscribed so far. Join the Discord. It is free. Link is down below. I guess the link had expired, so that is fixed now. Completely free. Gave out some plays in the Discord yesterday that hit. Couple of parlays that hit, so good day there. Let's do our recap. Excellent day in the NBA. James Harden, damn, kept us from the sweep, man. We went 6-1 on NBA. Clint Capella over 10.5 rebounds plus assists. Just keep giving us these low lines. I love it. He smashed this line. He had 10 rebounds and assists in the second quarter alone. Tyrese Halliburton, under 9.5 assists. Just keep going back to that well. That was a cash for us. He had 8. Jalen Johnson, over 14.5 rebounds plus assists. He ended up at 16 or 17. So easy there. Giannis, under 12.5 rebounds. Finished at 11, I think. Schroeder, under 2.5 three-pointers made. Goose egg. Easy. Harden, assist, finished at 3. That was an absolute blowout. Nobody could make a shot for the Clippers. It was crazy. D'Angelo Russell over 11.5 points. This was a sharp read. This line ended up being 15.5 at tip-off. He finished at 12. That got real close. He had 10 at halftime. He couldn't make a shot, so that was definitely hurting things, and they got absolutely blown out. But he hit it for us. Gave you guys a couple of leans as well. I gave you Jalen Duren over 1.5 assists. That cashed. I gave you Goga Bitadze under 9.5 rebounds. That cashed. He ended up at 6. So good day there. College basketball, gave you guys 3 plays. We hit 2 out of 3. Holy Cross +3. Didn't need it. Ended up winning on the money line. I had Lehigh money line. That was a blowout. They absolutely killed Monmouth, so that was great. And then I gave you Pittsburgh +6. That was not good. They got absolutely smacked, shot horrible. So not good there. I gave out 3 plays in the Discord. Not so great there. So got to get a little bit better at college basketball. Still honing in the model, but maybe we'll take that day. Pretty good. But let's get into these games, talk about them, get you on your way. So first game on this 8-game slate, best game of the day. Nuggets and the Cavs. Cavs at home, -4. Seems too good to me. Cleveland, -4. I don't know how you don't take Cleveland -4 in this spot. Over-under of 237.5. I would lean towards the over if I had to pick, but I think that line is pretty appropriate. Cleveland -4 here. Maybe just a money line play too. You could pair it with something else if you want. All right, Mavericks and the Wizards. Actually, you know what? Sorry. I keep forgetting to talk about injuries, guys. That's my bad. For Denver, Aaron Gordon is expected to play. So that is going to kind of impact some things. A play I do like is Michael Porter Jr. over 7.5 rebounds and assists. However, I do not like it as much if Aaron Gordon plays. If Aaron Gordon's out, that is something where we'll see that line probably go up to 8.5 if I had to guess. But I don't want to gamble because he is highly probable to play. So Gordon will probably play. On the Cleveland side of the ball, no major injuries there. All right, Dallas and the Wizards. Najee Marshall is a game time decision, so he's kind of a toss-up to play. Washington has so many people out. It is crazy. Brogdon's a game time decision. Baldwin's out. Sadiq Bey, who really hasn't played, he's still out. George is out. Corey Kispert's out. Kyle Kuzma's going to be out. And then they've got one other person out. So they've got a lot of injuries. Dallas -14.5. I mean, I don't know how you fade it. I think Boston beat the brakes off of them. This is a very injured team that doesn't look great. You know, I'm not going to touch it, but I would definitely lean towards the under and Dallas -14.5. All right, Hornets and the Knicks. Hornets playing in Madison Square Garden. Ooh, this could get ugly. Another high line at 14.5. Only thing with the Charlotte Hornets for me is just how they shoot. I mean, no Lonzo Ball, so that's going to impact them. No Bridges again, no Trey Mann. Just not good. I don't want to touch it, but it would definitely be Knicks -14.5 or take the over 217.5. That is a little low in my opinion. Just kind of leads me to believe that Charlotte's going to struggle to shoot. Could see a very similar situation to the Knicks last game where they absolutely routed. I think it was the Magic. So yeah, it was a Magic. So pass. Over 217.5 though does look pretty juicy. Okay. Oklahoma City Thunder and the Raptors. Another one. Just a lot of high lines today, man. Minus 9.5 for OKC. I will tell you, Toronto does play a little bit better at home, but do I trust them? Absolutely not. I don't necessarily trust OKC to get 9.5 either, but I would lean more towards that over 226.5 in this spot. Chicago Bulls and the Spurs. Spurs are going to be without Wemby. No Wemby tonight, no Trey Jones. Chicago side of the ball, no Lonzo Ball. Shocker. Kobe White's going to be out. Patrick Williams is still out. And then Josh Giddey is a game-time decision. Now, one of the plays we haven't touched, actually didn't look at it. Zach LaVine over 3.5 assists. That line's kind of been sitting at 4.5 because he was crushing that, but that might be one I'd look at. I didn't see it on the props today, but Zach LaVine over 3.5 assists is an interesting one. And then Giddey, his lines are just a little too high. I do like Zach Collins today. It's not on the card, but over 6.5 rebounds. I went back and forth on that. Either his rebounds or his points line. Chicago gives up a lot of points to the center position. This guy's had at least 12 points in all but one game that Wemby wasn't in. So thought about doing a little SGP with that. But if I do, I'll post that in the Discord. Same with college basketball. I don't have anything today, but I'm looking at the slate. It's like 23 games. Just didn't have time to get through college, NBA, and NFL. All right. So in this one, without Wemby, Bulls plus 2.5. Easy. All right. Kings and the Grizz. Grizz minus 3.5. Sacramento. This is a super 241.5 just sticks out to me as like, that is way too much. And this line's come down a lot. This was like 245 earlier this morning. So I'm an idiot for not banging that under on that one. I think it's because if we look at the pace, the Grizzlies they play at the second fastest pace. I mean, they do play at a pretty good pace, but Kings play at the 16th pace. So kind of middle of the road there. In terms of predicting a winner, I like Sacramento plus 3.5. The Grizzlies' past two games really just haven't impressed me. Ja Morant's kind of went away from that assist role and gone more towards like a scoring type of role. I just really haven't seen it. So to me, it's Sacramento plus 3.5. All right, Suns and the Pelicans. What did Durant do? He had a sprained ankle, so he's out for a week. So no Durant, no Nurkic. Kind of impactful. That said, Royce O'Neal's been pretty good. For Pelicans, they should have Ingram back. They actually should get Herb Jones back as well. Missy should play. So they're starting to get a resemblance of a team. It's a tough one. Over 221 is my best bet in this one, but Pelicans money line might be worth a look here. I'm just saying. I know there's a 4-18, but I think there's some value at looking at the money line there. All right, Houston Rockets and Golden State Warriors. It's going to be a Curryless day. No Steph Curry. Wiggins, game time decision. Draymond Green's going to be out. Fred VanVleet for the Rockets is a game time decision, as is Terry Eason. So, Rockets minus 3.5 all day. Hammer that down. I don't trust that Kuminga and Hield and, Podziemski and those guys are going to be able to carry past the Rockets. That just seems really absurd to me. One of the things I didn't look at is Sengun over in rebounds. I just thought about this. Golden State gives up a shit ton of rebounds to the center position. That said, they held Joker to like 10 last game, and that was without Draymond as well. So, but I think Sengun, maybe look at over his rebounds plus assist. He's been absolutely killing it on the assist lately. All right, let's get you guys some plays, get you guys out of here. All right, let's start with the NBA here. First one's going to be Nikola Vucevic over 13.5 rebounds plus assist. He's over this in 4 of the last 6, and we don't have Wemby tonight. I don't think Zach Collins is going to be able to stop Vucevic. I was thinking about his points line, but I think they're going to have to come over and help him. So I think they're going to have to double team Vucevic, kick it out, get some assists, maybe get some offensive rebounds, and of course the defensive rebounds. So I like that line. Domantas Sabonis. This pains me. I've never taken a Sabonis under in rebounds. First time. But this is too high. 13.5 is too high. He's under this in 6 of the last 7. Memphis allows the 8th fewest rebounds to the center position. So 13.5, in my opinion, little too high. I think we're seeing this because of the pace. Russell Westbrook over 4.5 assists. He's over this in 5 straight. I think he has some success against Cleveland tonight. And if it turns into a little bit of a blowout, which I don't see Cleveland getting blown out, if it does, Westbrook would see increased minutes anyway. So I like the line here. Donovan Mitchell under 4.5 rebounds. It's kind of a sketchy line, I guess. I mean, he's under in 7 of the last 10, but he's cleared it in the last 2 games very easily. That said, if we look at who it was against, right, you got Atlanta, who shoots the 3 at a decent clip, and you got Boston, who shoots the 3 more than anybody. They almost average 20 3-point attempts a game. Denver, on the other hand, 19th in 3-point attempts at about 12 a game. So I like this line. Under in 7 of the last 8, 8 of the last 11 shooting guards are under this line against Denver. So give me that spot. Isaiah Hartenstein, we're going back to him. We've faded him the last couple of games, and it's paid off for us because he's been under this. But we're going to go over 10.5 rebounds. Now, the risk is it's a high blowout percentage here. But I think the Raptors at home, they're just a little stronger. They play a little stronger at home. So I think they keep it somewhat close, at least hopefully close enough to where you can hit this line. 6 of the last 8 centers are over their rebound line against Toronto. So I like him to go over this today. Almost looked at doing his rebounds plus assist. I think he has a decent day on the assist side, but just decided to go straight for rebounds. All right, next one. I'm probably going to regret this. Going back to the Joker. Got to go back to the Joker. Over 11.5 rebounds at minus 105. Too much value. 9 of the last 10 centers have hit their rebound line against Cleveland. I can't fade that. Can't fade it. I don't know. I'm going to kick myself in the ass, but I got to go with it. Last play here, De'Aaron Fox over 10.5 rebounds plus assist. Little scary, but he's over this in 6 of the last 10. Memphis is, why the hell do I have? Oh, yeah, I do have Memphis. Okay, so Memphis is 23rd in rebounds allowed to the point guard position. However, they're 9th in assists. So in order to hit this, realistically, I think he needs to get 6 assists. So that's a sketchy line. I think he gets 5 real easily. We'll just see if he gets the 6th. And I feel decent that he's going to get us 5 rebounds. So like I said, I think it's going to have to be 5 rebounds, 6 assists. I doubt he gets 6 rebounds. So that's how we've got it slated. Okay, so let's get to the NFL plays here. First one's going to be Jordan Love over 32.5 pass attempts. It's over this in 6 of the last 10 games. He's averaging 35.6 on the season. I don't think they're going to have a ton of success running the ball. Just kind of looking at the advanced metrics, looking at the lines, it just seems like they might struggle to run the ball in this game. All right, Amon-Ra St. Brown over 68.5 receiving yards. This is kind of a tight line. Green Bay is 7th in least yards allowed to the wide receiver position. I just think he has a pop-off game. He is due. He is 100% due. Jaden Reed under 61.5 receiving yards. He had 113 yards against them 4 weeks ago, but since in the last 3 games, he's been under 30 in every game. So I've got him projected for 43 receiving yards. Next one, just a correlation play. Jaden Reed under 4.5 receptions. He's under this in 7 of the last 10. He's only over this in 1 of 3 games versus Detroit. Next one, I think this is going to be very tight, but I do like Jahmyr Gibbs over 2.5 receptions. Now, he's only over this in 1 of his last 5 games, but he's over this in 2 of 3 versus Green Bay. He's going to have to be near perfect. He's only getting about 3, maybe 4 targets a game. So it's going to be a little tight, but I do like it. Dave Montgomery, anytime touchdown. No touchdown last week by him or Gibbs. First time this season that's happened. Green Bay, middle of the road, 15th in touchdowns allowed to the running back position. Montgomery's over this in 7 of 10 home games. So I look for him to have a bounce back week, get a TD here. Jared Goff over 1.5 passing touchdowns. He's over this in the last 4 games. I think he's going to find some some pay dirt. Either it's with Laporta or Jameson Williams or, Amon-Ra, somebody. He's going to find 2 touchdowns here. I feel pretty good about that. All right, so in terms of the actual game, line's at 3.5. I've got this projected 28-24 in terms of Detroit. So it's really tight. I will probably end up dumbing that line down. So what I'll do is I will go with, say, -2.5 and kind of shift the over-under a little bit. I do think the under has a better chance of hitting than the under. The over has a better chance of hitting than the under. So that's kind of how I'm leaning. So I might do something like Lions money line over under at like 46, something like that. Just an example. But if I do that, I'll post it in the Discord. Like I said, we'll post some college plays in the Discord, any NBA parlays I find, any value. I think I did put out to the Discord this morning. What was it? DeMar DeRozan. Look for his over assist line to come down a little bit to 3.5. It's sitting at 4.5 right now on some books. I think it's going to fall to 3.5. Might be a good one to bang. Some other leans in the NBA, Jamal Murray under 18.5 points. That's a slight lean. John Morant under 13.5 rebounds plus assists. That's another lean. All right, video's long enough. Appreciate you guys. Like I said, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord. It's free, and I'll catch you in the next video.